welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Last time, we went to Luca and talked to a very strange person who was doing interviews. Not very well. We also did some selling for Tobly, and we did some buying and some selling. And then after I finished up the episode, we did a lot more buying and selling, and I might have gone a little overboard. Yeah, I think last time in my test run I got like 2, maybe 300,000 gil, but this time, figure I might as well be as safe as possible, and we got 500,000. So, the thing is, we don't even really need money. I basically just did that because the amount of time that you can do that with Classico being there is relatively limited. So if you want to do it, I would recommend doing it now. I think it's sometime... It's either later in this chapter or it's the next chapter where he decides he's going to go back to his store in Macalania. And we haven't been to Macalania yet. I could go to Macalania next, but you know what? Let's go to Mushroom Rock Road. We were already there at the very start of the chapter, and so there's no mission to do here, but there is some additional plot, and I can actually get some other stuff, some treasure, and actually fight some enemies, because we haven't really done a lot of that lately. What do you have to say? Okay. Oh. So I guess those are the ones from Bavel, so they don't like those ones. But the ones that they used in Operation Mihan, that's a different story. Yeah, you'll notice that through a relatively large area, you'll see these guys trying to sell tickets. I guess that's supposed to tell you to go and figure things out. Hello. What do you have to say? Okay. Machines have been a big help. Not nearly as many fiends. Well, you can't seem to run into any fiends around here. I believe there is another treasure up here just like before. I have a treasure list, but it's not really all that complete. So let's see here. There's supposed to be a total of... Well, there's one of them. And I think there's another one here. Yeah, some money over here. If my treasure list is correct. There we go. So yeah, there's the first 2 items there. We can get 3 more kind of generic items, and then plot item, and depending on which choice you made, this is another one of those situations where if you did not give the Awesome Sphere to the Youth League, things will play out very different.
Well, I'll be. So you really are gonna join the Youth League.
Hi, Titus.
Lady Yuna, thank you.
It's always funny to hear other voice actors from main
Surely
roles
this is the day that you will honor us by joining the Youth League?
in just
What
random
an occasion.
spots throughout the
I
game.
have long dreamed that this day would come. Sir!
Well, actually, that's not why we're here.
Don't worry, the Youth League will give the Gullwings a grand welcome. Please proceed to headquarters immediately.
Didn't they
If you'll
already do
excuse
that
me, I have
once?
duties to attend to.
Yeah, it's. I swear that sounds like Titus's voice actor playing just another random role. They used to do that in anime back in the day, where they would get like these main voice actors who were doing all the main characters, and they do these other minor roles throughout the series. If you ever go back and watch the original Gundam Wing, not like 16 Gundams removed from that because there's way too many Gundam series, but Gundam Wing, the television series, I think there's 49 episodes, and then an OVA which they turned into a movie. But if you go back and you listen to that, you'll hear a lot of very familiar voice actors, and like the 5 or 6 main pilots that you get throughout the series, you'll hear those voices from a lot of the minor characters too. And when you're first watching the series way back in the day, it's not really kind of like a big deal. These guys will escort you, by the way. But after you really are familiar with the kind of the voice actors and you hear some of their other roles, they become a lot more, I don't know, ingrained, and you hear them, it's like, oh, it's that character. Oh, it's that character. At least if you watch, a lot of anime dubs. And yeah, I think they walk alongside you and you can't run into too many battles, or can't run into battles, or something like that. I'm ignoring them because they're Yeah, they make it so that you can't run into battles for a while, but I don't really actually want that, so... Can you guys go away? No? But yeah, I find it really funny.
Buddy here.
Okay.
We're picking up some weak sphere waves near you.
I don't see anything.
It's probably in the ravine. Do you see a way down?
Okay, we'll take a look.
Be careful!
Okay then. Now we can actually run into enemies. So, there's that. But yeah, I find it rather interesting. Is this chest still here? No, I don't think there's a chest there. Oh, there's a chest here. Hey, I found something! Turbo ethers, cool. We can always go double check over here. I think this is where God Hand was in Final Fantasy X, I think. They've changed the layout, so it's hard to tell for sure. There, that should be a Phoenix down, good. I'll put up the monster list here if you guys are interested, and you'll notice that we are using some new job classes here. These are the Alchemists. Thing is, as you can see, they don't have the highest attack power in the world, but it's not crap either, and they're actually relatively powerful just as they are. So it's not like they're a really weak job class that you don't want to use. In fact, I'll get back to what I was talking about in a moment here, but if you take a look, I'm going to work on Potion first. Once we finished working on Potion there, then we can start working on some other things. The Alchemist job class has a lot of uses throughout the game, and it basically makes the White Mage obsolete in battle. You still want to learn the abilities that I did for the White Mage to use outside of battle, but in battle, chances are you're going to use the Alchemist a lot more often. After I learn Potion, I'll at least have an ability they can use, but then I'm going to switch it to items level 2, which basically like as you can see with the text there, cuts item use time by 80%, which is ridiculous. You use items almost instantly. It is really, really good. And after that, we're going to do Chemist to double the potency of those items. Really, really good idea to do this. Great healing. And we can buy items for very, very cheap right now, so it's not really hurting us too much. But yeah, the way that these work is you use a spare potion or remedy or whatever that you've tucked away, and it doesn't consume one from your inventory. So there's that. I'm still using this garment grid so that I can get some additional AP if I want it. But the other one that we got a couple episodes back that I do want to go over is High Road Wind. Now, I went over this in my post commentary, but I'm just going to show it so you can kind of take a look at it here. By default, you get First Strike and Slow Proof. You pass through one gate and you either get Haste or Stop Proof, and you can get SOS Haste by going through the whole grid. Very, very effective way of doing things, because basically if you die and then you revive yourself, you have haste instantly as long as you're doing it with a Phoenix down. So really effective way of kind of using items and using the garment grid to make yourselves more effective. Anyway, we got that. There should be an ether in here. My treasure list is correct. Yeah. So that should be all the treasures we can find for a little while anyway. And there's free healing. And before I get back into talking about Gundam, plot.
Huh.
Is something the matter?
Oh. It's you. As you can see, this place has been sealed. The portal is supposed to react to a certain kind of sphere. But just this one isn't enough.
That's the end of that, then. No, it's not, Uni. Oh, I know. Why don't you let the Gullwings take on this mission?
You'll find the other spheres?
On my honor as a sphere hunter. Of course, we won't do it for free.
Very well. I leave it in your hands. Here, hold on to this sphere.
Thanks!
Perhaps this is fate.
I don't think so.
Pain? What's going on here? There's obviously something going on here. That was not only funny, but there's obviously something going on here. I am legitimately more interested in Payne's backstory than the main plot of the game. Mainly because it's going after Titus, and we already had a game focused on Titus. We haven't seen anything with Payne yet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You know him?
Why should you care?
Come on, there was something between you two, right?
Uh-oh.
Riku! I'll say this once, okay? I consider you friends and I trust you. I even respect you, alright? I would think that'd be enough.
I just love the quick
yeah,
delivery there.
But don't you ever want to know more about your friends?
Not really.
Love it.
I do. I do want to know more about you.
What for? Who cares what happened in the past?
There was something. Come on, Payne, you can tell us. What happened?
You
Awesome.
disappoint me, Yuna. I thought you were above all that.
Well, not anymore. I like asking questions.
So do I.
You'll lose friends.
You think so? Never mind then.
What?
Oh, and I was looking forward to hearing the good stuff. Confessions of a shady past.
You're a pain. -4 respect points, Riku.
What?
Uh-oh, how many points left?
47.
That's not a whole lot, is it?
Okay.
Why don't you figure
What?
out how to get in here instead of inside my head?
Because I want
Maybe
to get
we need
inside your
spheres
head.
like that one to open it.
Obviously.
It might open if we find them all.
I kind of still want to know what happened.
That's 46.
And yeah, poor Riku. She doesn't get a lot out of that. Now, you can talk to the thing there if you want to and like start to activate the door, but you don't have to, and I don't think it does any completion percentage, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. But yeah, with what I was saying with regards to voice actors, you know, playing, you know, other roles, it's funny when you hear characters talking to themselves. And I finished watching the anime series The Big O. It's an anime series that I wish I'd watched back in the day, but I only got around to it recently. It's just really funny. You're almost falling off the edge, aren't you? It's really funny to watch a series and then see two characters interact on screen when you know the same guy is voicing both characters. And that happens in that series a lot. It's not to the detriment of the series, and all my helpers go away. I don't know where they are. But if they are around, they will tell you that if you walk... Oh, there we go. They're there. Don't do anything that might disturb the fiends. Proceed with caution, you can avoid a fight. But slowly. I think you hold... No. Yeah, if you tap the thing really slowly, you can walk right by them. But that's not the way we do things. I want to fight something. Here's the mix command. You can do things with the mix command that are really, really useful. I'll show off one right now, even though we don't need it. Potion and a high potion.
Who ordered a round of Riku Surprise?
Oh, Riku Surprise. Free Mega Potion. Well, it's not technically free, but it's still really, really good. Anyway, are you inflicting things on me? Let's switch everybody over to Thief here real quick. We'll show off some dress for your transformations. But yeah, you notice there's a similar issue in Gundam Wing, as well as it happened a lot more often in early, kind of in the 90s anime and kind of early 2000s when they were only bringing a few people in to do the voice acting for a series, and they weren't putting as much of an emphasis on it. Not that Big O or Gundam Wing have bad dubs, they don't by all, you know, standards, but it's just interesting to kind of see that play out. Of course, that all leads back to this game where we basically heard Titus start talking in a bad accent. Steal some money from this guy. It's not really a boss fight here that we have, but the Ochu, again, I had that stuff on screen, but 2484 HP, 2608 when they oversoul, weak to fire, You could use fire gleams or garment grids to have fire strike, but you don't need it. I'm just switching job classes, mainly for the transition that we're going to get here.
I'll be taking your abilities now, thank you.
Over to Alchemist so that I get triple the AP from each of my movements after that. Now, normal attack does not constitute something to give you additional AP, but if I was to say use that mix command again, then I would get it.
Is it me, or does this outfit have an Albed thing going on?
Okay then. Yeah, some of the comments made by the characters from transformations are probably rather amusing. I'm just not familiar with most of them, just because I don't usually pay attention, and I turn my my transformation mode off as soon as, you know, it's
Need
possible.
some items tossed around? I'm your girl.
Alright, switch you real quick. And switch you real quick. And we'll show Pain's transformation too.
I'm in a generous mood. Get ready for lots of presents with your name on them.
There you
Trust me,
go.
I know what I'm doing.
Do you now? Now, I don't know what a lot of the combinations lead to. I would guess a potion and an antidote. Well, it just targets randomly. I have no idea what that does. Oh, I'm in a thing. I gotta change job classes so that so they can change back so they can actually do something, because, yeah, there's that. Oh, what is that? Now Yuna can't do anything. And sure, we'll heal again. Basically,
Just for you.
I'm only doing that so that we get the additional points from that. I'm trying to learn potion in this
Better
battle.
make this count.
If that wasn't kind of obvious. I'm probably not going to get it.
I'll be taking your abilities now, thank you.
Go. It's unfortunate when the enemies... I only learned it for 2 of them. Damn it. I was hoping to learn it for all 3. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show that off now is how close. She's probably 1 AP off, isn't she? 2. Well, there's that, I guess. There's another one of these. Like I said, you can sneak by them if you wanted
Easy
to.
match.
Haha, great!
But I wanted to show how this works. So let's get Riku in here, and we'll mix. It's the only mix I actually know off the top of my head is potion and high potion. I think you can also do a potion and another potion, if I'm not mistaken. So there's that too. So come on, learn your ability here, so that I can demonstrate this. Of course, he's not behaving here, and there we go. So we learned potion. So that's stash now. So we go stash and use potion, and of course here like that, and of course here like that.
My
So
gun cries out for you.
let's fix that real
I'll be taking your
quick.
abilities now, thank you.
Such an annoying maneuver. But yeah, potion, it pulls a potion out of nowhere.
Hey, look what I found.
And for some reason, the default target is always Yuna, which is kind of annoying. I wish the default would always be on the character who it is inflicted on. But as you can see, if you get hit with poison on all of your characters, then you can use the
magical
stash
mayhem
ability
begins.
to use a potion on you and use it to grind your AP up really, really quickly, just like you were able to do with the Vigor ability or the Prey ability from the White Mage. So there's that. Let's see here. Let's move you back. I am not going to go over the top unless I happen to get lucky and Pain gets confused. No, I was hoping for poison, but, you know, there's that. Would you stop that? I gotta find a way of preventing that status effect. It is really, really irritating. Would you stop wasting my items? Game!
I've been saving these just for you.
Stop wasting my items! I'm gonna have to reload because of that, because I think I need one of those items for later. But, can we please kill this thing? Why am I always in this stupid status effect fighting this guy? It's a really annoying status effect. Makes it so you can't do anything.
I hate to waste items, but here they come.
But anyway, let's finish off this guy, and then I'll reload up, and we'll get back here, and this time I will have learned the things, and if I get hit with poison on all my characters, I'll do a small amount of grinding just to learn a few useful abilities for the girls there. But anyway, I can't remember if I really need that item or not, but I'm going to get it regardless. I'm just going to get up to a good point to make the transition so the editing looks a little better here. And let's see here. Yeah, they'll prevent all the other encounters, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm stuck on nothing. Lovely. Okay. So here's a screen transition. So on the other side of this, I will have reloaded. Okay, we're back, and I kind of wish I didn't try to do that for the good transition, because going up here overwrote my autosave, which means I had to do the entire episode over again instead of just doing basically the Ochu battles again. Well, there's that. This is what happens when we try and do things. Hey, treasure chest. Now, Shining Bracer is the first of 2 items in here that you will not be able to get if you sided with New Yevon. There are a couple of other things to do with New Yevon that I will talk about in a moment here. We are welcomed back with open arms because we're nice people and we gave them a sphere. Sure, why not? Works for me. Now, I don't believe... I'm not 100% sure, but I don't even think you can come up here. At some point, you'll be put into a battle and you'll have a boss fight here. That boss fight will be against Elma along with 2 League Warriors. Elma has 1840 HP, the League Warriors have 422 HP. As far as strategy goes, you can steal, let's see, Phoenix Downs, rarely Mega Phoenixes. You get a wall ring as a drop from Elma. The other guys are nothing too special to talk about. They're both immune to gravity. I would suspect the battle is not particularly hard, but also when you do that, you end up getting a Kinesis badge and the Shining Mirror garment grid, which I will put on screen to show you what it does, because I don't know off the top of my head. But the items we get for siding with them are actually better, in my opinion, even though I don't know what the garment grid does. Mainly because if we go over...
Yuna!
No, not yet. I want to go get the item first. This item here contains, well, this chest contains a Mithril Banjo, which I think gives us 60% more HP, which is very, very nice. We will take that.
So, is it true that once the Gullwings join the Youth League, you'll be in charge of your own division?
Let me guess. Yaibel?
Everyone's talking.
This story just keeps getting better and better. We just helped out the one time, really.
I knew it. I thought it sounded a bit strange. I mean, you seem like the kind of person that decides things on their own and then just does whatever they plan to do. I can't picture you joining an organization or an army or anything like that.
Do I really come across that way?
Yeah?
Hello? Just as I thought. I've reprimanded Yaibel for spreading such ridiculous rumors. It's highly unprofessional. Yeah, but think how great it'd be if it were true.
Still making the pitch?
No, absolutely not. I know that words alone are not enough to sway Lady Yuna's heart. The heart is not moved from without, but rather when the time is right, it moves of its own accord, from within. Finding the place where one belongs is by nature a personal journey. Isn't Commander Lucille amazing? Such wisdom!
I learned it all from my troops. Excuse us, we have a strategy session to attend. Farewell.
Come and see us again, okay?
Sure thing, as long as it continues to give me percentage points. Alright, let's talk to our friend later on in the game. Oh, that's Maroda. Never mind. We already know who he is. For some reason, they keep coming. Okay. A lot of newbies. Never mind. There's another guy that's there at later. Hello, Yaibel. Steeled my heart. May guide them in the most rigorous training possible. Sure thing. I don't think we can actually go in, can we? God, some of these people are stupid. In the middle of a meeting, they mustn't be disturbed. Okay, sure thing. Approaching war. Well, that's not good. And that's pretty much all we can do here. Like I said, you get different items and a boss fight. If you decide to side with New Yevon, you also forego 100%, so there's that. And for doing this one, assuming we've done everything correctly, it should give us another full percentage point, which, considering we were on an even percentage point last time at 34, we should... Let's see here, I'm still leaving that 30% in case I need it for later. Which means I've done something wrong because I haven't gotten the full percentage. So I'm going to head back in between episodes and figure out what the hell it is that I've done that was wrong. And then, you know what? I have a feeling I know what it is. Give me a sec. Never mind, it was something else, but reading helps. So let's go talk to you.
Everything.
No, you don't! Though that is his catchphrase for the game. Treasure spheres! We got one of these! We should probably take a look at it. Yes, I forgot to do this. All of these Crimson records, the date and details will be unknown before you've actually viewed them. But this was for part of a percentage point.
Guys, where are you?
Well, that wasn't particularly interesting. It didn't seem to show all that much. Though with all the talk about voice actors this time, I swear I've heard that voice before. Let's try this again. Yay! There you go. And it's actually not a bad idea to double check something like that if you're not sure where you are. Like, I was pretty sure that I had a full 34% last time because that's as much as I should be able to have. But if you know that, you've missed out on watching one little scene, and usually each thing that counts toward a percentage point is by 0.2 percentage points. So you can kind of double check to see where you are by doing that, double checking with little 0.2 so you can see how far you are away from a full percentage point if you're, doing this in a different manner than I am. But I'm following guides that are supposed to get you to hard percentage points, and that's your checkpoint all the time. So hopefully I've done everything right now. The other thing I was thinking it might have been is you might have had to talk to the gate there with the Crimson Sphere. You shouldn't have to do that yet from what I remember. I don't think it counts toward a percentage point until you actually need to go in, and we don't do that till much later in the game. And when we do, it's hell. Really not fun, but that's for later. And that's all for this one. Next time we are going to continue to explore Chapter 2. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.